Tracking developing news here at 5:30, an Amtrak train carrying dozens of Republican members of Congress collides with a truck this afternoon.
Here's a map of where it happened. That train was carrying several local senators and representatives when the crash took place, including Congressman Brad Wenstrup.
Yeah, this is the second time in just 6 months the congressman's medical and combat training have truly come in handy.
Yeah, really handy. He and other Republicans were headed to a retreat when the train they were on hit a garbage truck, and Wenstrup went to the aid of the injured. 9 on your side's Tom McKee actually just spoke with Wenstrup and is here with a personal account.
Well, Craig and Kristen, imagine this. You're on a train with your wife and your 4-year-old son, and all of a sudden you feel the train jolt and you see that it's hit a truck. Well, that's what happened to Brad Wenstrup, and he sprang into action, went to help one of the injured people outside that train, and it's the same thing he did last June when a gunman wounded a colleague, Steve Scalise, during a softball practice. The crash in Central Virginia killed one person and injured another. Wenstrup, his wife, and son were on the 5th car of the 10-car train.
It felt like we went over a boulder, but we quickly realized that the train had hit a garbage truck because you could see it off on the side of the road.
Wenstrup immediately got off that train and helped a man whose face and head were covered in blood.
We worked to maintain his airways and I checked his mouth to make sure that there was no blood in there that would stop him from breathing. He was unconscious, but the fact that he tried to bite me when I went into his mouth, and then he started grabbing my hand with his hand. I knew he had some faculties there.
There was no time to think, said Wenstrup, just act on his medical and military training.
After a year in combat where you see this type of thing virtually every day, it becomes instinctive. As you're going towards the scene, you wonder what you're going to find, and you're going through your head just almost automatically what you may need to do.
It's the same focus he had when Representative Steve Scalise was wounded on that ball field last June. Wenstrup's colleagues were impressed then and on Wednesday in Virginia.
Brad Wenstrup there, it was all too reminiscent of the Scalise incident where two of us were there as Brad was cutting away the jacket so they could attach some of the life-saving equipment. My mind went back to the same thing, cutting away Steve's uniform so we could apply a tourniquet.
Wenstrup was one of 8 doctors that helped the injured.
But in the overall picture, I'll be fine if I don't have another one of these the rest of my career.
Now, that's a very, very honest answer. One image that stuck with Wenstrup is a Catholic priest who was traveling with the legislators, administering last rites to the man who died. Plus, he noticed that the crossing gates were still blocking the tracks and weren't even broken, indicating perhaps, Craig and Kristen, the driver perhaps tried to beat that train.
Wow, really.